I've got just a little bit of time before my son wakes up from his nap. So I want to try to take as much, take advantage of those moments as much as I can, because most of the time when he goes down for his naps, that's when I'm trying to relax too and just like scroll on my phone, because it's like I feel like I'm already working, tending to him. So it's like when he goes down, it's like, yes, this is, a moment of, now I get a moment of me time, of relaxation, of quiet time, peaceful time. I'm trying my best to take advantage of these moments and do things productive as far as like cleaning things around the house, because those are things that need to be done as well. And like I said, when he goes down for his nap, that's when I either want to take a nap myself or I just want to relax and wind down myself and scroll on my phone, or, just do something pleasurable and relaxing for me. And then, that's how the dishes end up piling up and things in the living room getting out of place. The table I had to clean off and everything, because it's just like stuff just ends up piling on the table. I still have not gotten rid of the roses and the leaves. All that is still on the table right now. So it's just a lot. Like, I could be doing that right now, honestly, but I'm going to try to journal first, because I just feel like if I was to go ahead and try to clean up first, for some people that might amp them up to, get into whatever it is that they're trying to do creative wise, or getting out the house and doing things. Some people need that, getting in the shower, getting their body clean first, and then cleaning up their environment before they can work on something else. And sometimes that's true for me too, but right now I just feel like I need to take the time while I can to do some journaling. If I have time, I may read a little bit from some of the poetry books that I've been reading from, trying to finish this one definitely. But I may only have time to journal. So you see what I'm saying? He might wake up as soon as I finish my journal entry. So I just want to make sure I am giving myself that time and kind of not really forcing myself in a sense, but kind of giving myself that push to do these things that I've been telling myself I need to do. I know I need to do. I need to get that consistency back in flow with, because I could be journaling right now. All this time, me talking, I could have been writing already. So just let me go ahead and get that started. This journaling session has gone longer than my last one, and even I wrote more. Like the first one, it was like a page and a half, but this one is this page, and this page. So I wrote 3 pages, and I'm not going to read the whole entry this time, but I will read a part of it. Let me find a part that I want to start at. I didn't have a theme or a specific word or anything like that this time either. I just started writing and let whatever wanted to flow out come out. So I'm just going to start from here. It says, today is a beautiful day. Not to say the dark, rainy, gloomy days aren't beautiful as well. You may just have to search a little deeper for them, or better yet, make the beauty out of it. Even if you don't make beauty out of it, there's a place to create from pain as well. When you create from that dark place, you're already giving it light, whether it's positive or negative. It's what you make of it and the intent behind it that matters, what you get from it and how others receive it. Life is not a fairy tale, even though we all have a story. The reality is each story won't always end in happily ever after. It doesn't mean those stories are meaningless. Those stories can be some of the most powerful, influential, motivating, inspiring stories ever. It's like those, I guess, those Phoenix Rising type of stories, or you just coming from the ground up, or just, overcoming something so traumatizing, like a very traumatic event, or just something so traumatizing in somebody's life. When you hear those type of stories, how that person overcame those situations, it has a greater impact than just a story of someone who just, had things handed to them their whole life, or, was born into a certain position in their life and didn't have to work as hard, didn't go through as many things, and just had a more, positive, happy-go-lucky type of lifestyle. And, those things just kind of fell in their lap in a sense. When you hear those stories, it's going to be like, oh, dang, well, how'd they get that? Or, oh, well, must be nice having wealthy parents, must be nice having to have that experience, must be nice to have gotten that lucky. It's not really an impact. It's just must be nice. You don't really hear stories like that, people talking about stories like that, inspiring them to do better, or inspiring them to start something that they have been pushing off, holding off to the side for the longest, for years and years to come, and then they heard that one story. It's usually not like that. Sometimes the happy-go-lucky, happily ever after, fairy tale ending stories can leave you in la la land, thinking everything is all sweet and someone or something is coming to your rescue, when in reality, you need to figure out how to save yourself. And there's a time and place for each story, with different outtakes and perspectives, viewpoints from each person's life experiences we can still relate to in similar ways. Some relate to this, some relate to that. So basically what I was saying in that part is just that there's going to be a time and place for those happy-go-lucky type of stories. There's going to be a time and place for those darker type of stories, but it's gonna fit each person at different times in their life. I guess writing all of that and reading over it, the main point is just, when you're creating, don't feel like you always have to be creating from a positive state of being. Like, everything you create doesn't have to be positive or something uplifting and inspiring to others. It doesn't have to make others feel happy when they're, feeling down on a certain day. It doesn't have to inspire others to take action, to do anything. It doesn't have to inspire positive action or positive change with everything you create. Sometimes those moments that we create from the pain and those dark spaces, those are the ones that's going to have the biggest impact on ourselves and on others as well, if we're sharing it online, or, with people in a community, wherever you're trying to share it at. If you're not just keeping it to yourself, just creating poetry or music and stuff like that and just keeping it to yourself. If you're putting it out there, those are the ones that's going to have the most impact, and people are going to be able to relate to the most. And again, not everybody is going to relate to your pain in your story, but we can find similar things within each other's story that we can relate to, or that we've experienced other people relate to, and kind of, I guess, correlate those things and kind of take the wisdom and knowledge that way. But like I said, don't just feel like you always have to create happy, positive type of stuff. I felt like that for a while, because I used to always create from a depressed type of state, being down and sad and writing about heartbreak. And that's pretty much all I knew. I was always writing about some type of pain or heartbreak. And then I started to feel like, this is all I write about. I can't keep on writing about this. This is just going to keep me in these type of situations. It's going to keep bringing these type of situations to me to write more about them. And in a sense, that can be true. It's basically equilibrium, and there's balance to everything. And you just got to know what space you're in that moment, and what you need to take in that moment, or what you need to give and deliver in that moment. So I can still write from those dark spaces. A lot of my like poems and things like that now that I share, they're still kind of dark in a way, but I try to end them on a lighter note. And not everyone, because like I said, not every story is going to end in happily ever after. But there's some times where you got to try to find that light at the end of the tunnel, or kind of find your own light or be your own light in a space full of darkness. And those are those type of moments where, okay, yeah, this was a dark situation, but I overcame it and I found the light, and this is the positive at the end of the whole story, or at the end of this project that I released. And then with the positive stuff, okay, yeah, sometimes you can put a whole project out that's full of positive, uplifting, if it's music, uplifting beats and stuff. It can be a time and place for that. Maybe it's summertime, springtime or something, and you put out an album and it's all uplifting type of songs on there. The beats are all uplifting. The topics of each song, it's all uplifting stuff. It's not, about no heartbreak or nothing like that. If it is, it's about, hey, well, I just got my heart broke, but I'm about to go do this and that. I'm not worried about it. I'm about to go have some fun. So it's a time and place for all of that. When you talk about what type of state of being are you creating from, it doesn't mean, correct yourself and snap yourself out of it if you're creating from a darker space or from your lower natures, or just from a place of pain if you know where to direct it to in a positive way.